Miss McBride says Miss Lane's lies and deceit have her ready to call off her wedding. Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, case of McBride v. Lane.
Thank you very much, Ms. McBride, Ms. Lane.
Hi.
I'm glad to have you here in Divorce Court, and I'm glad that you all have joined us today. We are looking at a case today with allegations of cheating and a question of whether or not this relationship can be saved because the trust has been broken. Again, Ms. McBride, Ms. Lane, you all have been together for 3 years, engaged for 5 months, as I understand it. And Ms. Sandra, you have 3 adult children. Ms. Ronnie, you have no children. Am I correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so now I have the basic background. Why are we in divorce court?
I'm here to get answers, Your Honor. My fiancée, she's a liar, she's a cheater, she's a narcissist. If she fails this test today, I'm moving out. The wedding is off. I'm just tired. I'm done.
Uh-oh. That means that the trust has really been broken in your relationship.
Yeah.
Miss Lane, you heard what Miss McBride said. What do you say?
I'm not perfect, and I've done some things that I'm not proud of, but she's not perfect either, and I definitely wanted to salvage the relationship.
So, Miss McBride, take me back. How did you meet, and what led us to get to the point where we are here in divorce court?
So, Your Honor, we met on a dating app, you know, the new fad. We met on a dating
I met my husband on a dating app.
And see, and I heard that, and I thought it was a great place to start. First lesbian relationship. So
Okay.
I thought I'd give it a chance. We were really good with each other. We did really good. So I decided to move from Chicago to LA to be closer to her because we had talked for the COVID season. And
You do realize that a relationship started in COVID over the internet. You are only dating the person's agent. You are not dating the real person.
Wow.
At some point, you're going to be with the real person.
And that's why I moved to LA so we can get to know each other, you know,
Okay.
closer to each other.
Did you move to LA and move directly in together?
I did not. I moved into my own place.
Very good.
We were separated for 6 months in LA. We did eventually move into each other. It
Okay.
was good. Don't get me wrong. We were good together.
Excellent.
She proposed. I said yes. 2 months later, the representative dropped off. The real person showed up.
So the first thing that I have in my notes is that you say some of the true colors came out. But I want to ask Miss Lane, how was your perception of you all meeting, and what were your expectations in a relationship, Miss Lane?
I mean, it was beautiful. Again, like she stated, it was during COVID, so emotions were high.
Yes.
A lot of people were vulnerable and kind of looking for that significant other kind of to replace, because we weren't going outside, we weren't interacting with people. So it was a good thing. And I did fall in love with her, and wanting her to come out to LA and to bring her kids so we could have that family dynamic. Those were my wishes.
And I know that you were the one that actually proposed.
Absolutely, yeah. She's
So
a beautiful lady.
it's sounding very bunnies and flowers and running through
It
the tulips
was.
right now, but when did it change?
It changed when she became selfish, Your Honor.
So talk to me a little bit about that, because I know that finances had to do a lot with this wedding that was being planned.
It did, yes. Our cake was $1,200. The first deposit.
$1,200?
It was.
She's a vegan, and so she had to get a specially made cake. Let's just be clear on that.
Okay, but wait a minute. Just 1 second. Y'all agreed on the $1,200 cake.
We agreed. We agreed to put $800 down on the cake. So the next month, the $800 was supposed to be deposit. She was supposed to take it to the lady. I get there to pay for the cake, and the lady's like, oh, yeah, we never got your $800 deposit. I'm thinking, what are you saying? We having a destinated wedding, and what? What are you saying? She was like, yeah, and if you don't get that money in quickly, we're not going to be able to get it out there for you. So I get on the phone again, because we're on a little, let's go see about our family trip again, back to Texas. So I call like, hey, yeah, the cake isn't paid for. Oh, yeah, babe, I got something special for you when we get out to the Caribbean. Yeah, so I ain't even paid. I want to do something different for you. I said, no, that's not how this works. You don't take the $800 and just do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Where did the $800 come from?
4 from me, 4 from her.
That money went, first of all, to pay for 2 of her kids' passports so they could go out of the country.
Excuse me, that was not what the agreement was.
No, you're right. However, I decided, because again, this is half of my wedding, that I'm going to do something. I was trying to do something to impress her.
Okay. I have a right to know what you are doing with my money.
Exactly.
And I just explained it to you. It went to 2 of your children's passports.
Okay, excuse me. Turn around. Turn around. Who told you it was your right to take all the money and do anything different with it? Who told you that was okay?
I did, and the
Fair
Lord.
enough. Stop it right there. That's what I want to know. You made that decision.
Absolutely.
That doesn't sit well with my spirit, that somebody who is supposed to be getting married makes arbitrary decisions, especially when it comes to finances. Okay? That seems a little bit sneaky. So I'm trying to figure out, were you intentionally sneaky or were you just being the A personality in the relationship? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Clearly, I do have alpha qualities. However, I was definitely looking out for her best interest. The reason why that did not work out that way is because I had a wedding planner, and I paid money for the wedding planner.
But did you check with the other bride?
Then the surprise would be ruined.
Excuse me, let me tell you something. I had a destination wedding also. My now husband, the only thing he wanted me to check with him was there going to be a drink package and was there going to be Wi-Fi?
Exactly.
Okay? If I had come back to my husband and said, you know what? I found something better. I got a little satellite thing that I'm going to put on the ship, and we're not going to have a Wi-Fi package because the satellite thing is going to do it for you. He would have had a hissy fit.
Thank you.
Because I'm marrying him.
Right.
Okay? I'm his partner. I checked with him.
Well, I can agree and understand what you're saying.
I'm on her phone, using her phone because mine was dead, and I see a message pop up. I see you're bi. Are you with somebody single? No, I'm single and I'm into men now.
Did you communicate with somebody on the dating app?
That man asked that question. He sure did. Did not respond.
Did you say that there was a response?
There was a response.
I need proof, because now I'm feeling gaslighted.
She called herself putting together this weekend because, things hasn't been good in the relationship. Oh, let's go get away for the weekend.
That sounds nice. It sounds beautiful, Miss Lane.
And I was okay with that. So the weekend we were supposed to go to Big Bear, she tells me on Thursday, Friday, we're supposed to go. Oh, the cabin just called, said, they're having something up there, so they're gonna cancel it out, and they send me my money back. So we're just gonna have to reschedule and go somewhere else.
So your little romantic interlude was canceled?
Never happened.
What happened?
I don't know if you can tell, but Sandra is very extra, and she's very sensitive. And that was one of the qualities that I did fall in love with her about, because she is sensitive and does take things to heart. However, conversations that we have had, we can be sitting watching TV, whatever show, and we'll say, hey, let's do this. We should go to this. Do you know how many trips we have sat up and said we should go on?
So you're saying it's more of a conversation fantasy than it was a definite?
Yes, because we're planning a wedding.
Here's my question.
We're planning a wedding.
Did you tell her that you had put a deposit down on this?
No, Sandra, you know that's a lie. I'm sorry. I ain't the only one lying here. If she said I'm lying,
I saw the reservations.
You saw the reservations?
Then who made the reservation? Because I didn't.
You made them.
You let you tell it. I can't even.
Order.
Excuse me, this sounds like somebody is trying to gaslight this court.
Let me tell you how I know this reservations was true. I have a co-worker that does has a second job. She works at Big Bear. She photo snapped her and somebody at Big Bear.
She sent you a photograph?
She's the housekeeper. She was like, hey, is this you? I was like, absolutely not. She's supposed to be at a convention.
Miss Lane, did you go on a trip that weekend that you all had planned with anybody else?
No.
I cannot wait for this test to come out. I promise you, I cannot wait for this.
I would love to see this picture and prove it, because that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Now, there's somebody else around here looking like me, but
wow. Oh, wow.
I don't know.
So
I'm devastated.
100% believe that she lied to you about Big Bear?
Absolutely.
This is really worrying me right now, Because somebody is clearly either gaslighting or lying.
So I'm on her phone, using her phone because mine was dead.
And
we're working it out. We're working it out because I'm crazy. And I see a message pop up. It's from a guy on the dating app. So she's still on the dating app, and we're living together and engaged and going through rocky times. He texted her and said, hey, saw you on the dating app. I see you're bi. Are you with somebody single? No, I'm single and I'm into men now. Really? We live together, we're gonna get married, and you single and you now into men?
Did you communicate with somebody on the dating app?
That the app wasn't canceled when we got together, so it has still been coming through. Messages still been coming through.
Listen, I'm gonna be on your side for that.
Yes.
Except, did you respond?
There was no response. That man asked that question. He sure did. Did not respond, because I don't like men.
Did you say that there was a response?
There was a response.
I need proof, because now I'm feeling gaslighted.
So she went to Texas. A message pops up with some pictures.
That doesn't prove that there was any sexual anything going on.
Mr. Yarborough, we asked Ms. Lane during your relationship with Ms. McBride, have you had sexual contact with anyone Ms. McBride does not know about?
That is correct.
What was Ms. Lane's answer to that question? You don't trust her.
I don't trust her.
That
Clearly
is
not from the beginning.
You need proof, Your Honor?
Show it to us.
So she went to Texas, family taken care of.
Ooh, there's a whole lot of family being taken care of.
In Texas. Using her phone again, because again, I'm still crazy. A message pops up with some pictures. Hey, babe, missed you in Texas. Can't wait for you to come back. I have proof for that.
You have proof?
I have proof.
Let's go to the video.
Let's see it, because that might be true.
They're walking on the beach. And first of all, Texas doesn't have beaches, so where are you?
Yeah, they do, honey. Galveston, baby.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, don't you?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so...
I'm tired, Your Honor.
But that doesn't prove that there was any sexual anything going on.
So that's not cheating?
That was an ex, and yeah, we did have a moment.
Hands. You're holding hands.
While we are going through this crap, I'm not gonna sit here and be alone. I need to run into somebody's arms because she's not giving it to me.
Wow.
Our situation was horrible after this.
Serious?
I'm not the only one in here taking the blame for all of this, because you need to take account for your stuff, accountability.
Ms. Lane, are you suggesting that Ms. McBride has also stepped outside of the relationship?
I don't know if she has, but she's done something. I have questions about this ring, this engagement ring that I bought for her. I'd like to know where that's at, because when the relationship ended, she slowly got her stuff out the house. But I tell you one thing, she took that ring.
I did take the ring. I paid the light bill and the gas bill because I knew I was leaving.
So she sold my ring.
So she'll have some place to stay because I am out of there.
I need some water.
All the bills are taken care of because of that ring. So she can have that ring and she can have that place.
I need water.
I am so done now.
Can you explain, Judge, that she just said she sold my ring I worked hard for?
Ms. McBride, you and Ms. Lane, whatever relationship you all had, the trust is gone. You decided, Ms. Lane, you wanted to prove once and for all that you have not been the cheater in this relationship, that Ms. McBride's previous drama and trauma in her other relationships was brought into your relationship, and she's put that burden on you. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
I'd like to know what Mr. Yarborough, our polygraph examiner, discovered. Mr. Yarborough, join me, please.
Good day, Your Honor.
Hello, Mr. Yarborough. You are this court's polygraph examiner. Will you please state for the record your background and experience?
Absolutely. My name is John Yarborough. I'm a certified polygraph examiner and a member of the American Polygraph Association. I've conducted hundreds of polygraph for law enforcement and other public safety agencies, as well as private and public polygraphs as well.
These ladies don't trust each other. I don't know if they would ever get back the trust, but let's put a bow on these issues that were specifically brought to this case. Mr. Yarborough, we asked Ms. Lane, during your relationship with Ms. McBride, have you had any sexual contact with the man that messaged you, are you bisexual?
That is correct.
That was a very specific question. What was Ms. Lane's answer?
Ms. Lane answered no.
And what did the results indicate?
The polygraph results indicated there was no deception indicated to that question.
Ms. Lane told the truth. Question number 2. Mr. Yarborough, we asked Ms. Lane, during your relationship with Ms. McBride, have you had sexual contact with anyone Ms. McBride does not know about?
That is correct.
What was Ms. Lane's answer to that question?
Ms. Lane's answer to that question came in the form of a self-admission during the pre-test discussions where she did admit to yes, she had.
Mr. Yarborough, we asked Ms. Lane, during your relationship with Ms. McBride, have you had any sexual contact with the woman you're with in the beach picture? That was the question, am I correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Ms. Lane's answer?
Again, during the pre-test interview discussion, there was a self-admission of yes to that question.
And is this the young lady that we saw in the picture from Texas?
Yes.
Was there anyone else?
No.
Ms. Lane, you decided you wanted to tell the truth. Thank you, Mr. Yarborough. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your thoroughness so that we know that nobody gets set up. You get the opportunity to tell your own truth the way you want to tell it. And Ms. Lane, I do appreciate that you took it serious enough that you would tell the truth for yourself. Who you are, stand in your own space and decide whether or not you want to go forward. Mr. Yarborough, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Lane,
Yes.
that could not have been easy.
Not at all.
So why did you cheat?
I guess feeling now that my whole entire relationship was going to be somebody snooping behind me, I really felt insecure. I felt like all eyes were on me, and I was tired of being accused of stuff. So yeah, I did, and yes, I was honest. I am not at all happy that I did that, but I did it.
Ms. McBride, you heard Ms. Lane's explanation. She said that the relationship made her feel overwhelmed and that she was being judged constantly.
It's fine. Like I said, this was my first lesbian relationship, and it's okay.
It's not okay. And Ms. Bride, Ms. Lane, this may be your first relationship with a person of the same gender, but don't judge everybody by this experience. If you find love behind whatever door you open, then I want you to have that love. But behind the door, if there's love, that means there's trust. There's faithfulness, there's fidelity, there's also friendship. And you all built this relationship on the false friendship of COVID fatigue. You didn't really get to know who each other are and what you really wanted out of a relationship. You know, ladies, I'm sad when a loving relationship ends, but I'm glad when one runs its course and everybody can then say, we're done. There's a time, a reason, and a season for every relationship. You know that. Your time has passed. The reason is no more. And I think you both agree the season has changed.
Yes, ma'am.
My hope is that you exit with dignity and with the mutual respect that you entered with. Do me a favor. Tell your agents to come back and show up so that you can end this relationship with dignity and with respect. You can go back to being whoever the heck you are when it's done, but you owe that to each other and to yourselves. Would you agree?
Agreed.
Yes.
I'm sad that it's over, but I think it'll be better for the two of you. Let's move on. And let's find real love. You both deserve it. That's my verdict.
You know what? I moved from Chicago
Who
to
did
LA.
you pawn this
I
ring
moved
with?
from Chicago to
I don't
LA
even care
to be
anymore.
with you.
I don't even care.
And you talk, and then you tell a judge
who
that
did you sell my ring to?
Technically, the words you use.
Because you had already sold my ring, so anything I said don't
just
even
sold
matter.
your
Don't
ring.
matter. It don't even matter.
I just
it
sold
don't even
your
matter.
ring.
It wasn't your ring to sell.
It was mine.
No, it
You
wasn't.
gave it to me.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Get out of here
You
with
gave
that.
it to me.
Made